Hello again, vinyl community and anyone else watching this. This is my second video today, and it is my second recent arrivals video, my second recent finds video. As I said in my last video, I did go to my local, we'll use the quotes again, local record store, like twice in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that, and I didn't find that much either time. I didn't do as well the second time. My average price for a record was about $5.50, but I didn't buy as much, so I didn't get any great discounts, and what I bought, a bunch of it was a little more money than the other ones, so still $5.50. It isn't bad. And then I'm going to show you that and a huge buy I bought online, and then a few other things that I picked up along the way. As always, a shout out to new subscribers, all my subscribers, everybody that watches, everybody that comments. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. And I've been remiss in not saying that I've been watching a lot of your videos, and I don't always comment. If I don't have something brilliant or informative to say, I generally don't comment, but I almost always hit the little like button anyway, and so if I haven't commented, it doesn't mean I haven't been watching your videos. It just means that you know, how many hundreds of people can say good job, you know? Sometimes I can't add anything. Sometimes you guys are so much smarter than I am that you know so much more about a lot of this than I do that I really have nothing to say. You said it all. But keep making videos. I spend so much time watching videos. It's one of the reasons that I don't get mine responded to. I'd much rather be watching yours than sitting down writing comments on mine. Anyway, so keep up the videos, and here we go. To start with a couple of Louis Prima albums. I love Louis Prima and Keely Smith, and of course Sam Butera and The Witnesses. All of them are on all the really good Louis Prima albums. This one's Louis Prima live from Las Vegas. 3 or 4 of these tracks wound up on the Greatest Hits album. It's a really good live album if you're into that kind of stuff, which to me is it's jump. It's blues jump music. It's not lounge music. It's rock and roll. It's very early rock and roll. And love Louis Prima. This is a little later one. Actually, it's not. I think this might be his last Capitol album. I'm not sure. Strictly Prima. It is recorded at the Sahara in Las Vegas, but not live, I don't believe. I have not heard this yet. Just a really good album. There's a song on here called Fee Fi Foo, which I have played on my podcast that I really, really like. It's too long, but it's a great track. I couldn't pass this up. In the Wind, Jackie DeShannon. Needles and Pins. Her version of Needles and Pins is on this record. And this thing is in such good shape. I just could not pass it up. It's stereo, it's on Imperial Records, and I just thought it was a great find. Ellen Foley, Night Out. This is her second album, I think. If anybody's heard of Ellen Foley, it's the song We Belong to the Night, and it's on this album. And she also covers the Rolling Stones' Stupid Girl, and I really like her version a lot. And I've actually seen her live, and met her very briefly, and leaning out of her car, she says, "Wait till you see my violin player, he'll blow you away." Well, unfortunately, she was opening for the Electric Light Orchestra, so I'm not sure that was the thing to be proud of, but she was good. Ellen Foley, Night Out. A couple of Joan Jett albums. I don't mean Mr. Mayo is a Joan Jett fan. I don't know who else in the vinyl community is. Good music. I did not have this one. And I did not have Up Your Alley. So I now have both of those. I am a big Joan Jett fan. And I like Up Your Alley because you flip it this way and the back is wrong side up, basically. So that's cool. Like that. And just two more from my local record store. Suzi Quatro album. Agoraphobia. Suzi Quatro. I like Suzi Quatro. Of course, she was Leather Tuscadero on Happy Days. And these are both German imports. There's that one. And this just screams German import. Bravo, Suzi Quatro. I mean, if anything screams a German album, it's this. I just saw this and I'm like, I have to get this. This is just so cool. She covers I Want to Be Your Man on here, Shaking All Over, Keep It Knockin', and Shout of Rhythm and Blues. 48 Crash and Can the Can are both on here. Sticks and Stones, Hit the Road Jack. This is a really good record. There you go. Okay, that was it for my local record store. Now, I was fooling around on eBay and I found a guy that had a Nuggets album. Not a Nuggets, a Pebbles album. Really cheap, considering it was a sealed record. And he offered free shipping over a certain amount of money, and he had tons of other cheap records, all in the garage vein. And I love garage rock, and I'm always looking for garage rock. And I only had 4 or 5 of the Pebbles albums. Well, now I have a whole lot more. So this next batch is all from this one guy, one buy. This was the only used album in the whole thing. And it's The Steps, Live, Alive, Oh. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I can hardly see it in this room. It's in purple. And I haven't heard The Steps or modern garage rock, I'm pretty sure. I think it's on Vox. I want to say it's on Vox, but it is on Vox. Some of these are so, The Crawling Walls, again, more modern garage rock, again on Vox. The same guy did the cover for this that did the Battle of the Bands covers for Vox. It's very easy to tell. If you know the Battle of the Bands covers, it's clearly the same artwork going into that. Again, I couldn't pass it up. Same guy, cheap. I have an original, but to get a nice sealed mint copy of the Knickerbockers live album on Sundays, these were all under $10, some well under $10, and free shipping. So you know, I couldn't pass it up. They did an excellent job on these. Sundays is just really, really good, and it's in mono. And Jerk the Twine Time by the Knickerbockers as well. These are all still sealed except that first one on Sundays. Just awesome. The Haunted Part 2. I'm going to blow my little mind to bits. I wish I had Part 1. But The Haunted were really great. I think they were Dutch. 60s garage band. Their big hit was, I'm trying to remember it. I'm thinking it's on here, at least in demo form, but maybe it's not. No, I'm not seeing it. I cannot think of it at the moment. They did have a garage sort of hit, but 1, 2, 3 something. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway. There you go. The Haunted. Tuesday's Children, 65 to 69. Not the best cover in the world, but good garage. Phil and the Frantics. These are all reissues, by the way. Still sealed. Again, this one is on Vox. A lot of these are on Vox. The Dearly Beloved. Most of them have covers too. Do covers. Really good, you know, typical garage rock covers. Instrumental Madness. This one is on Ostrich Records, and I'm always looking for garagey type instrumentals just to play on my podcast and for background music on my podcast. So that's essential listening for me. Beasts of the East. another psychedelic sort of garage rock compilation on box. Same guy again, I think, did the cover. Slightly different from the other ones, but I still think he did. And now we get to it. Pebbles, the original, Volume 1. Now I'm sure this is a reissue. There's been many, many issues of these. See, some of these could even be on colored vinyl. Some of them were. The Outcasts, the Split Ends, the Jujus around here, the Preachers, the Litter. And then I had a bunch, and I had to skip to Volume 7 of Pebbles. The Boy Looked at Rocky. Subtitle of that one. Pebbles Volume 9. He did not have 8. Pebbles Volume 9. I love the later covers. They're all sort of the same in a way. Pebbles Volume 10. Didn't have 11, but he had Pebbles Volume 12. And he had Pebbles Volume 13. So I am rich in the vein of Pebbles. I have a lot to absorb. It's going to take me a long time to get through all that. Now from a different vendor, but in the same sort of vein, I actually had to get this from Greece, but I wanted it so bad. Rubble Volume 4. The 49-minute Technicolor Dream is the name of this one. They put out a whole bunch of Rubbles, and there is a compact disc set you can get of all of them. It's well out of print now, but you can find them. I wanted this particular volume because there is a band called the Cymbeline on here, and a great track called Matrimonial Fears. And I am in love with this track. It's psychedelic pop, but it is just of the best kind, and I love that. And by the way, the Psychedelic Experience, I cannot believe it, Matt Sands of the Psychedelic Experience is now following my podcast. And if you're watching this, Matt, and you don't know about the Cymbeline, well, let me know one way or another if you know about the Cymbeline and the song Matrimonial Fears. It is awesome. And lastly, some newer stuff. The Lookouts. Trey from Green Day was in this band. And Billy Joel also does some guest vocals on here. This is pre-Green Day from the very late 70s or early 80s, I believe. I haven't heard it yet. It's a four-sided, 2-record set, pretty much compiling everything they ever did as far as I know. And I've heard this isn't amazing, but I wanted to check it out. So The Lookouts, Spy Rock Road, and Other Stories. I finally broke down. Paige Martin has a lot to do with this. I think this is their second album, maybe it's their third. Arctic Monkeys, Favorite Worst Nightmare. I love the song Brainstorm, so I had to finally pick this up. And I did. I have not listened to it yet, though, so it's your fault, Paige Martin. I had to get this, too. A nice reissue of James Brown and His Fabulous Flames. This is sort of a greatest hits. It's called 16 Favorites, and there's actually, the album actually has 17 songs on it. There's a bonus track, This Old Heart. So there you go, the Godfather of Soul, James Brown. And I love this record. I used to have it on CD. I probably still do. Love that. Just a compilation of his earlier singles. And I had to get this. It's not a full album, but it's got 10 songs on it. Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me. This is probably the last thing that will ever come out with anything new on it. It's a soundtrack to the CNN documentary, I'll Be Me. And if you haven't seen this, and you're at all interested in Glen Campbell, this thing is both heartbreaking and drop dead amazing. This man couldn't function as a human being anymore, but he was out on tour. It was startling, and it was heartbreaking. And he's out there doing duets with his daughter. He's on guitar, she's on banjo, and he doesn't even know his daughter's name, but yet she's making stuff up and he's following her on that guitar, but he didn't know her name was April. It's just heartbreaking. So if you get a chance, watch that. And I haven't opened this yet, but I like the single, and I just wanted the soundtrack. It was such a good special. I'm a huge Glen Campbell fan, by the way. There you go. That does it for this one. Once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it as always. Please leave comments, please like, please subscribe, and please do check out my podcast at snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. It is called the Snap, Crackle, and Pop Vinyl Hour. And again, to all my subscribers, and even if you're not a subscriber and you just watch, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, that's it for me for now. Thanks, and bye.